is.
The boss man is here, dude.
Why is it going so fast?
Because I
Today,
put it on
I made
2x.
two vital calls,
So it.
as I've been making for some months now. Two vital calls that, on the situation in Russia and Ukraine. The first was to a bipartisan group of members of Congress who are currently representing the United States, along with Vice President Harris at the Munich Security Conference. The second was the latest in a series of calls over the past many months with the heads of state of our NATO allies and the European
Okay. See?
Union, to bring them up to date on what the United States thinks is the current state of affairs and what's likely to happen in Ukraine in the coming days,
Tell him, Joe.
to ensure that we continue to remain in lockstep, that is, the European Union and NATO. Despite Russia's efforts to divide us at home and abroad, I can affirm that has not happened. The overwhelming message of both calls was one of unity, determination, and resolve. I shared with all of those on the calls what we know about a rapidly escalating crisis in Ukraine. Over the last few days, we've seen reports of a major uptick in violations of the ceasefire by Russian-backed fighters attempting to provoke Ukraine in the Donbass.
Thank you, Coffee Dave,
For
for
example,
the 10 gifted.
A shelling of a Ukrainian kindergarten yesterday, which Russia has falsely asserted was carried out by Ukraine. We also continue to see more and more disinformation being pushed out to the Russian public, including Russian-backed separatists, claiming that Ukraine is planning to launch a massive offensive attack in the Donbass.
Thank you, Simp, for your waifu.
Well,
For
look,
the 5 gifted.
there is simply no evidence of these assertions, and it defies basic logic to believe the Ukrainians would choose this moment, with well over 150,000 troops arrayed on its borders, to escalate a year-long conflict. Russia's state media also continues to make phony allegations of a genocide taking place in the Donbass and push fabricated claims warning about Ukraine's attack on Russia without any evidence. That's just what I'm sure Ukraine's thinking of doing, attacking Russia. All of these are consistent with the playbook the Russians have used before to set up a false justification to act against Ukraine. This is also in line with the pretext scenarios that the United States and our allies and partners have been warning about for weeks. Throughout these tense moments, the Ukrainian forces have shown great judgment and, I might add, restraint. They refused to allow the Russians to bait them into war. But the fact remains, Russian troops currently have Ukraine surrounded from Belarus along the Russian border and with Ukraine to the Black Sea in the south and all of its border. You know, look, we have reason to believe the Russian forces are planning to and intend to attack Ukraine in the coming week, in the coming days. We believe that they will target Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, a city of 2.8 million innocent people. We're calling out Russia's plans loudly and repeatedly, not because we want a conflict, but because we're doing everything in our power to remove any reason that Russia may give to justify invading Ukraine and prevent them from moving.
It's good shit.
Make no mistake, if Russia pursues its plans, it will be responsible for a catastrophic and needless war of choice. The United States and our allies are prepared to defend every inch of NATO territory from any threat to our collective security as well.
But Kiev is not.
We also will not send troops in to fight in Ukraine, but we will continue to support the Ukrainian people. This past year, the United States has provided a record amount of security assistance to Ukraine to bolster its defensive, $650 million from Javelin missiles to ammunition. We also previously provided $500 million in humanitarian aid and economic support for Ukraine. And earlier this week, we also announced an additional sovereign loan guarantee of up to $1 billion to strengthen Ukraine's economic resilience. But the bottom line is this. The United States and our allies and partners will support the Ukrainian people.
Why can't
we will hold Russia accountable for its actions. The West is united and resolved. We're ready to impose severe sanctions on Russia if it further invades Ukraine. But I say again, Russia can still choose diplomacy. It is not too late to de-escalate and return to the negotiating table. Last night, Russia agreed that Secretary of State Blinken and Foreign Minister Lavrov should meet on February 24th in Europe But if Russia takes military action before that date, we'll be clear that they have slammed the door shut on diplomacy. They will have chosen war, and they will pay a steep price for doing so, not only from the sanctions that we and our allies will impose on Russia, but the moral outrage the rest of the world will visit upon them. You know, there are many issues that divide our nation and our world, but standing up to Russian aggression is not one of them. The American people are united. Europe is united. The transatlantic community is united. Our political parties in this country are united. The entire free world is united. Russia has a choice between war and all the suffering it will bring, or diplomacy that will make a future safer for everyone. Now, I'm happy to take a few questions. Nancy from Bloomberg.
Great speech.
Thank you so much, sir. Do you think that it is wise for President Zelensky to leave Ukraine if an invasion is as imminent as the U.S. says it is?
That's a judgment for him to make and a determination as to whether or not. I've spoken with Zelensky
Joe Biden
a dozen
dive
times,
into the Ukraine
maybe
plot.
more, I don't know. And it's in the pursuit of a diplomatic solution, it may not be, it may be the wise choice, but it's his decision.
And do you have any indication about whether President Putin has made a decision on whether
This wasn't
to
great
invade?
at all,
Do you feel confident
for the record.
that he hasn't made that
It
decision
wasn't great at
already?
all. None of this,
As
not
of
a
this
single
moment,
part
I'm
of the
convinced he's
situation
made
is
the
good.
decision. We have
It's all
reason-
bad.
I didn't say the situation was good.
There seems to be a unanimity of spirit to do, between the United States and Europe,
So
to
the
do some
speech was-
sanctions, comprehensive sanctions, but is everyone on board with the exact same sanctions that you want to do?
Yes. There will be some slight differences, but there'll be more add-ons than subtractions.
And by good, I mean it
President
makes sense.
Putin is going to oversee some nuclear drills
Still
this
looking over his
weekend.
words.
How do you see that happening? What's your reaction to that, sir? Thank you.
Well, I don't
I
think.
want to hear what Hasan said again about how that guy in the wheelchair in Canada chose that position. What? There was a guy in a wheelchair that chose his position to be in a wheelchair? What? What are you talking about?
Take that ban, motherfucker.
Convince the world that he has the ability to change the dynamics in Europe in a way that he cannot. But I don't. How much of it is a cover for just saying we're just doing exercises, and there's more than that? I just can't. It's hard to read his mind. I'll take from.
You are convinced that President Putin is going to invade Ukraine. Is that what you just said a few moments
Yes,
ago?
I did. Yes.
So is diplomacy off the table then?
No. Until he does, diplomacy is always a possibility.
What reason do you have to believe he's considering that option at all?
We have a significant intelligence capability. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Well, Hasan, what do you have to say to that? You don't. Well, that's what I'm saying. You said they're not, right? I mean, I was asking, are we gonna,
We are going to war. It is inevitable. This is what our administration wants.
Well, I don't know if they want it, but we're not going to war. I will not go to war. I'm staying home. I'm going to go to the Abbey. That's where I'm going. Can't fight in a fucking war. Are you kidding me?
Hi Austin, happy birthday.
Thank you so much. How'd you know? I'm not going to war. I panic when when I get back to my hotel room late at night and I forgot my fucking phone charger and my phone's on like 25%. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to get through the night? What the fuck am I supposed to do?
How come Biden doesn't have to fucking address the explosions? But I do in this fucking chat.
Well,
That's
to be fair, they didn't ask.
That's what I mean. It's like, well,
The press didn't ask about it.
well, here's the thing, okay? He doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to cover the breaking news. I have to fucking cover the breaking news because he doesn't listen to chat. Okay? He doesn't listen to a fucking chat. All he has is the press corps. So you take him back when you said he wasn't going to invade? This doesn't change anything unless there's an actual fucking invasion.
Can
The
you turn the
likelihood of an
future draft
invasion
lottery
now
into a fun
is
game show
higher
for
than it
us?
was before, though. Okay? Jesus fucking Christ. You motherfuckers are so horny for war, dude. It's not here yet, okay? It's not.
Yeah, wartime.
It's
poggies,
so
gonna be just
strange
like
to
Call of
fucking.
Duty.
It's
I
so
hope I
strange
get
to operate this way,
news.
though. It's like, dude, are you ready to fucking take the L? It's not even like. I don't know how to fucking do that. You declared fucking victory when you heard they withdrew the troops, which they didn't do. No, dumbass. I said
yes,
like I've
but
said time and time
technically
again,
Then
that I don't think there is
no.
war that is going to happen because it would fucking destroy Russia. And I still believe that. I still believe that. Okay? You care more about being like, yo, HasanAbi, you were fucking wrong. I hope you all
Austin
get
ready to go to
drafted,
Ukraine?
dude.
Wait, hey. Oh.
I hope you get fucking drafted.
Wait, are we going to war? I thought
No,
we
but
were.
I hope they fucking drop your bitch ass, your fucking pasty little bitch ass into fucking Luhansk, okay? To defend Ukrainian sovereignty and its fucking borders, you dipshit. I don't want Ukrainians to fucking
Austin,
die,
you are a bottom.
okay? But you can. Hello? Fuck.
Well, for the record, I don't want any of you to die, nor do I want you to get drafted. I think maybe just I'll take a chill pill for just a minute. I think we all just need to relax and chill
Yeah.
and eat some Chick-fil-A.
They've just been fucking so funny. They've been so like, war is imminent, war is imminent, war is imminent, war is imminent. When Russia was doing the exact same shit that they've done every single fucking year. And the American government's like, no, war's imminent actually. War's definitely happening. Now they're like, they can't wait to be like, dude, we won the argument. War is imminent now.
I just think that they're questioning whether it's imminent or not.
No, they're not. They fucking.
I'm gonna pick that up. But I mean, what am I?
Unban me, Arjan.
Yeah, all of it. I mean, there's some good fresh
They didn't
food in there,
say
but
they
if you
weren't
want it,
invading.
I'm gonna throw it away. I just, my thing is, what am I supposed? The president of the United States came out and said, "What am I supposed to? No, that's wrong. I don't know what am I supposed to say?" Like, he's got U.S. intelligence infrastructure,
The only war I care about.
but
is
he's
the
got
war
U.S.
I'm going to
intelligence
wage in
infrastructure. What am I
Elden Ring
supposed to do?
next
Go
week.
look on Twitter? You know?
No, dude, you have to fucking analyze the situation. They had intelligence about Iraq too. They just lie.
Oh.
They lie all the fucking time. That's the problem. They literally are nonstop fucking lying. That's the
War is
problem.
content.
Would you say they're Weasley? Weasley little liars?
The American government are the biggest Weasley little fucking liars. They constantly and consistently fucking lie. If there's one goddamn thing that you can expect as a consistency, as a matter of consistency, is that the American government is always going to take positions. The American government and the intelligence is always going to be beneficial to American interests. Okay, that's it. And the material realities on the ground have not changed from Vladimir Putin's point of view, like or
Chat is
anything for that
eloquently on
matter,
overall hype
has
for
not
fucking war.
changed.
Yeah.
That hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Being able to, if Russia will not be able to withstand straight up fucking active conflict, a counterinsurgency battle that will stretch out. They will not be able to do that.
Austin, you are going to use.
Will try to annex. They will try to annex eastern Ukraine, and most likely the American government and all these other fucking countries will just cave because the reality is. They'll cave because the reality is that like they don't want the fucking smoke. They don't want all out war. So they'll probably let eastern territories go. That's it. They'll give Ukraine more money. They'll give Ukraine more guns, and they'll take over the eastern territories, and then that's it. They'll just.
Biden said that it included Kiev.
Austin, you are a bottom.
I'm not a.
No, he's a selfish top. Anyway,
Look, I could be a bottom for you if you want. How about that?